We're back on Timeless Performers with my new best friend, Julius, Danziger. And are you any relation to Tony Danza? No, probably not. Right. Have you met him?
No. Should I have?
You should have. He was very famous.
I'm the immigrant. Remember, I'm not born in this country. I'm born overseas.
And you know the cool part about it is that we're a country of immigrants when you think about it.
Sure are.
And it's such a melting pot, and so many artists and musicians. I mean, you know, I lost my father in 1988, and he was a very famous jazz musician and composer, but he was a horn player before he was a pianist, I found out. And years after he passed away, I found some of his artwork. I found things that I'd never seen of him. And I mean, this is a gift to your children too, isn't it?
Sure. In fact, I'll tell you a funny story. Only it happened a few days ago. My granddaughter, who's 13, was with my wife, and she said to my wife, "Oh, I love Papa's art." And my wife said, "So do I." And she said, "You know, Granny, after he's died, it'll be worth much more money than now."
So she wants a couple pieces, right? Kids are not stupid, you know.
No,
They're pretty smart. They tell the truth. And it's true, usually.
I might tell you, speaking about a horn player,
right?
I was in my studio about 3 months ago, and a woman walked in and said, "I have a good friend who plays the trombone, and I want you to draw a picture of a trombone on some famous music for him," which I did, and it came out beautifully. And she took it and bought it, and since then I've sold 3 or 4 more of that same variation on the horn player.
Well, you know, it's amazing. I'm very involved in charity and auctions and all kinds of different things for Wounded Warriors and so many different things. And Willie Nelson, the very famous, you know who Willie Nelson is. He actually had a piece done on his guitar that auctioned off, and they've got another one for next year that's being auctioned off for Wounded Warriors for Air Power Foundation. And I think I'm going to call you and see if you'd like to do something with this wonderful organization that gives us so many military Wounded Warriors.
In fact, if I know one of my studio mates who's got a studio down the hall from me gave one last year to Wounded Warriors, and it sold at a very high price.
The Air Power Foundation is the oldest foundation in this country that supports military Wounded Warriors. They give money to all the Wounded Warrior projects, which to me is one of the most gorgeous programs I've ever seen. I don't know if you know who Gary Sinise is, the Lieutenant Dan Band. He was in Forrest Gump. He's on New York CSI, and he's got a new television show. They give to his foundation, and he participates every year in this wonderful program in Dallas, Texas, at an American Airlines. Actually, all the employees for 4 days actually work there for all the different projects that they do. They bring in soldiers. This year it's the Air Force. They're bringing them in, the Wounded Warriors from the Air Force bases. They're doing a Vietnam project for Vietnam veterans that were never honored. So to be part of some of these different projects is so fulfilling to me, and I see that from you too.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it's knowing artists like yourself and knowing what it goes to makes me so proud.
Good.
Right.
I agree.
And I know that. Tell me what your goals are for this year. Do you know?
My goals are just to keep on doing what I'm doing and be happy. And try and be well.
Now, how often are you at your studio? Every day?
Every day.
From what time to what time?
From 11. I don't go before 11.
Well, that's understandable.
And I leave there at 4:30, thereabouts.
Now, in the area that you're at, is there a lot of traffic for artists?
Traffic, you mean?
In other words, people that are coming in to look at the artwork.
The area where we're in is a closed environment. It's only open
certain times.
But if anybody wants to communicate with me or any other artist, you can call and they can come in. But it's not a retail space as such.
No, and And it's amazing. There's the Pendleton Galleries in Cincinnati. They're all over the country now. Actually support artists and buy buildings for little or no money to help artists. And then they have once a month they have an open event where all the artists show their work.
That's like this where we are.
That you are here in Houston.
Yeah, but I'm also in galleries. I'm in 2 galleries, and so my work is available.
Tell me where your the galleries
I'm
you're
in. A gallery, a beautiful gallery in Galveston called Affair d'Art. It's the nicest gallery in Galveston, Affair d'Art, and my work is well shown.
I bet you're proud of that, aren't you?
Yeah. Good.
And so, for instance, so you work from 11 to 4 on pieces that you're doing?
Well, it depends. It varies from day to day. If I've got something else, or I want to do something else, it's not a full-time job. I've already had one of those for 30
So you didn't want a full-time job. You wanted something that you could not dabble in, but...
That's something I'm serious about. But if I want to take off, I mean, we go away, we travel a lot. So I lock the door and we go.
Right, and they contact you, right?
If they
now, do you have people that commission you to do things?
I don't do commissions.
Right.
Because people the demand is too much, and I don't charge enough, and I don't want the aggravation, so I don't do commissions.
Well, I tend to not do that anymore either because of that.
Right.
Because then I would be so critical of my work, I would probably never finish it,
Right.
And that's kind of what happens, So I think giving it or making it for someone, knowing their colors, being able to do it, makes me excited, just like you. So what's a piece that you have right now that you're so excited about? Is there one that you just are so excited about?
Well, I've just come out of a bunch of shows, and I don't have very much left. I'm now building for the new year.
Okay.
So my inventory is very low, and our first big show is in April.
Oh, April.
April.
Hope I'm going to be back. I actually come back here all the time because of my clients. The next time, I'm going to have my art friend bring me to your studio.
My pleasure.
Because I would really like to see your work. And I'm going to go up on your websites and look at that. And you want to give those websites out again?
jdcolors.com. jdcolors.com. And the second one is jd-colors, colors.com. The first one is an old website, and almost everything on that website, there might be 70 paintings, are all sold.
They're all sold?
All sold.
Now, I want to ask you a question. Are these sold?
No, these are just done, and these are going to my studio today.
Because I want one of these.
Okay.
We're going to talk after the show, because I absolutely adore Marilyn. She is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And there's a reason, and I told you the reason, because I think that
well, as you are given Marilyn as my gift to you, you can have.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm completely
well, then
serious.
I have to send you a piece of my artwork. How about that?
Whatever.
Can we do that?
You can do whatever you like.
I'd like to do that. That's so kind of you as an artist.
Well, I'm complimented, or I feel privileged that you should want to take one of my pieces, who you are, and hang it in your home. That means more to me than the little bit of money that I might achieve from it.
That is
so it's given to you with my pleasure and privilege to you.
Oh, thank you, because I really want to introduce you to Marilyn's daughter. Or not her daughter, I mean to her niece, because she's 90, she's in her 90s. Joe DiMaggio's, she wrote the book about Marilyn.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to get a book for you, because I think that would be special.
Well,
okay? Is that
good?
Good? Give your website out one more time.
jdcolors.com, and the second one is jd-colors.com.
And when in April again?
Well,
you're not sure yet?
Yeah, it's the 18th of April. It's at Winter Street. It's a large show, but my studio is open all the time because I'm around, and as this was going to be hung on the wall and sold, it's now sold.
That's right.
So, and I sell a lot. I'm not trying to brag. I sell a lot, and so whatever it is.
And I want to thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure and an honor to meet such a talented artist.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be back next time on Timeless Performers. Don't forget to go to our website at KathrynRaaker.com. And we also are on the Family Friendly Entertainment Network. We'll see you soon.